Have you seen it? If you're not seeing it, please, when the mother or the father comes back home, he said this man is talking about a small plant-like structure between the leaf. Please, you use this. This is the leaf, and this is the stem, but in between here, where the leaf comes from the stem, there is something as if a plant is growing there, as if there is a branch coming off. That is an axillary bud. And in some trees, axillary buds now can develop into branches. Are you able to study the function of each part you have labeled? Have you also labeled the seed? The seed is inside the fruit, so you are unable to see it. Can we give the functions of each part? Okay. The taproot is for extra support. Lateral roots are for support. Root hairs, you can see these are root hairs, these ones, the tiniest. The root hairs absorb water and the mineral salts from the soil. The leaf manufactures food. You can see they are, even the color they have here, the color they have, green, to manufacture the food. They are also for gaseous exchange. They allow gases to enter and move out because of the stomata that are there. Last time, remember last week I told you stomata, plural, and stoma is one. Then the axillary bud develops into a branch. A flower is for sexual reproduction. The tendril, this is the tendril. The tendril is for extra support. Please don't forget, get your book and write this down. You need it. You can't leave it here, because time will come when you have to revise. Fine, for you, you are okay. You have this DVD, you can always put it back and play it and get the work. But assuming it gets lost or stolen, what will you do? Keep the notes. Now we want to look at a cell, and our major question is, what is a cell? I don't want to tell you the solely how a cell came to be known as a cell, but you can see that it is connected to the compartment we have in the prison, that small room in the prison where wrong people are put or suspects are kept for some time. So I think that's where the name came from, and then biology bought it. A cell is a basic and functional unit of a living thing. Being basic is okay. Functional, it functions on its own. It is independent, works on its own, it has everything that it needs. And without now cells, that means that you cannot have life. They say the functional unit of a living thing. So living things function because they have them. Without them, they will become non-living. Let us look at the structure of the animal cell. Wow, that's where we are. And now this is a cross section, it has been cut. Now outside, this cell has got a membrane, and they call this a cell membrane. This one, a cell membrane. By the way, as we start with the cells, I want to tell you the biggest cell known is the cell of a bird, an egg of a bird. An egg of a bird is a cell, and the biggest cell is that one of an ostrich. An egg of an ostrich is the biggest cell that is known by man. Now, for them, they may not have the cell membrane because of the reasons we shall see later on. But now you can see the cell membrane, and it is like an envelope surrounding other materials. They are inside there. Well, if you want to understand so well how the membrane looks like, get a transparent cavella, put water, put stones, some small stones, put beads, put beans, the other one beads, put beans of different colors, and now roll it on the table. That's how the cell is. The membrane will be soft like that. And I said put water inside. Now that liquid structure of a cell is what we call the cytoplasm. So this is the cytoplasm. And then you have the centromere there. You have ribosomes there. You have the mitochondrion. If it is one, we call it mitochondrion. If there are many, we call them mitochondria with an A at the end. You remove ON, where we are here. Remove ON and put an A. So that if there are many, we say mitochondria. If it is one, you call it mitochondrion. There is a vacuole, this one. There is a nuclear membrane. Now you have the nucleus, and then you have the nuclear membrane surrounding the nucleus. And then this is the nucleus, and then you have the nucleolus inside. Essentially, that's how an animal cell will look like. Now don't ask me why I have not given you names for structures like these ones. Even these ones, they are not labeled here. Even this one, okay, this one can be, give it a name. Give this one the glycogen molecule. Glycogen, G L Y C O G E N, glycogen molecule. That one. That's this is how actually an animal cell, any animal cell look like, will have those basic structures. And then what about the plant cell? The plant cell will have that structure. So it will have a cell wall somewhere there. It has a nucleus somewhere there. This is now the vacuole. Please label this the vacuole. Label this as this is the chloroplast. Okay, are you there? And label this one as cell membrane. We go back, cell wall. This is the cell membrane. Between the cell wall and the cell membrane, you have what we call the middle lamella. This one, middle lamella. You have the nucleus, and as we saw the other side, you can see where the nucleolus is there. This is now the nucleolus. The nucleus is this, and the nuclear membrane is that material surrounding it. Now, what about the functions of those parts? There are so many parts. Do they have any function? Yes. Now we have this, and what is there, we want to see what is there and there. Okay, so the cell wall protects the inner material, protects anything inside from physical injury. So we are not going to talk about the cell wall here because it's not there. The nucleus stores DNA, and this nucleus here, the nucleus here, or the nucleus there, controls all the activities of a cell. Whatever the cell is going to do is controlled in plants by the nucleus, and then the animal by also the nucleus. Then the cytoplasm, there is also cytoplasm here. Please call this the cytoplasm. The cytoplasm. Here they say cytoplasmic strand, but this is the cytoplasm, this liquid part of it, this one, the cytoplasm. Now the cytoplasm and the cytoplasm here, that one now gives the cell the shape. Okay, and it is part of the cell where respiration takes place. It is part of the cell where food is broken down, and many other activities take place in the cytoplasm. Well, they are controlled by the the nucleus there and there, but they are carried out in the cytoplasm. I want to talk about the vacuole. This is our vacuole here, and this is our vacuole here. You can see that the vacuole here is very big. Now in the vacuole here you have sap, so it stores sap, which is food for the plant. Okay, and here it stores also food for the animal. You also have the mitochondrion. We also have the mitochondrion here. Put them somewhere, put them there. The mitochondrion. Now these ones are the ones that control respiration. The breakdown of food to generate energy for the cell, for the body, is done by the mitochondrion. So you can see that if you look at the mitochondrion, there are so many mitochondria here compared to here. So you here generate more energy than the energy required in there. But they are also here, though we are not seeing them as per today. Do you have similarities between plant and animal cells? Are they similar in any way? Let us say yes. Any similarities?